Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the challenge. Last time we did a Dynamax adventure with the hope of finding Drednaw, and we also went to the shops. This time we'll do another Dynamax adventure with the hope of finding Drednaw, and hopefully this time we will succeed at finding Drednaw. We've not been lucky. So let me start the timer, and we'll be on our way. Yes, let's embark. Let's look for Xerneas, let's save the adventure. Don't invite others. Right. None of these Pokemon look great. Gonna go for Raichu. Noah's gonna go for Gerda. William's gonna go for Diggersby, and Dean is gonna go for Linoone. We're looking for water and rock types here. There's a water type. No rock types. Just one water type. Let's hope it's a Druddigon. It looks like it's more likely to be Slowking. Going off the... In fact, I'm fairly sure that's Slowking. There's no rock types and there's no other water types. We'll go for Bronzong over Emolga. I'm fairly sure other choices there. Well. Right. Wow, we're not very prepped for this battle. Gonna use Max Lightning. I suppose that's always the risk you take going up against Steel types. Yeah, Max Lightning. Yeah, it does a bit of damage. Oh, because it was a crit. And it's going to set up Electric Terrain, which is going to make me really fast, I think. Linoone's going to use Taunt. I think Raichu's ability is Electric Surf or something like that, which makes it faster when Electric Terrain is up. Coaching is going to boost everyone's attack and defense. It's going to take a long time to do it. Bronzong went for skill swap, and Taunt means it just can't. Max Lightning does some damage. Linoone's going to set up a substitute. I wonder why. Diggersby is going to use Stone Edge. Gerda's going to use Coaching again. It's just going to raise a lot of people's attack and defense. Bronzor's going to use Steel Roller on the one person who hasn't had Coaching used on them. Going to use Max Lightning. Yeah, that brings Bronzong down into the yellow. And sets Electric Terrain back up, which faded last turn. Linoone is going to use Throat Chop, which brings Bronzong down into the red. Diggersby is going to use Stone Edge, which is avoided. Gerda is going to use Coaching again. Right, Bronzong uses Zen Headbutt, which does a bit of damage to my Raichu. Gonna Dynamax. Right, gonna go for Thunderbolt. Gerda is tightening its focus for Focus Punch. Thunderbolt almost takes it out. And Throat Chop is probably going to take it out. Yeah, that's all she wrote for Bronzong. Explosion. Alright, no need for a Pokeball. Of course, Bronzong needs to come from Sinnoh for the challenge. But Noah's going to take it. Right, that water type is quite clearly Slowking, and that poison type is Toxtricity. So we're going to go for Toxtricity. I'm trying to think, like, how confident am I that that's a Slowking, but I think I'm fairly confident. I don't think I'm missing out on a Drednaw. Right, Gigantamax Toxtricity. We are going to try to catch this if we can, because it's needed for the challenge. But goodness, the design is kind of terrifying, isn't it? Gonna go for Psychic. Laloon is going to set up a substitute. Diggersby is going to dig. I would too have met with that face. And Toxtricity tried using Thunder Wave on Raichu, that's weird. And why are you doing this, Bronzong? Why have you swapped abilities with me? What ability is mine now? Oh, that means my ability must now be Levitate, because I think mine was Surge Surfer before. Alright, fair enough. I suppose that's useful to put on an electric type. I'm gonna go for Psychic. Laloon is going to go for Throat Chop, which brings Toxtricity down into the yellow. Diggersby is going to go for Dig, and that's all she wrote for Toxtricity. Cool, we're going to catch it. Yeah, in a Pokeball. No reason to not catch it in a Pokeball. Of course, it is a guaranteed capture. I wonder if this is a low-key or the other one, Toxtricity. I wonder what form of Toxtricity this is. Amped or low-key. Because we need 2 of each for the challenge. I should probably take it, because otherwise someone else might, and then we'd have 2 electric types. So I'm going to take it. Oh no, no one else was going to take it. Never mind, I played myself. Right, the dark type is... The normal type is Ordino. The dark type, I'm not sure I can identify. Pangoro? No. Right, yeah, we're gonna go that way. it seems to be an amped Toxtricity. Oh, and a Persian. Right, fair enough. Of course, not eligible for a challenge, but oh well. We have Toxtricity to take. I'm going to go for Gmax Stun Shock. Yeah, I didn't like the face of Gigantamax Toxtricity before, but oh well. Now I can use it to take out my opponents. Persian uses Snarl, which does a bit of damage to everyone. And it's going to lower my special attack. And Bronzong's special attack. And Diggersby's special attack. And Linoon's special attack. Why didn't it just all do that in one animation? Goodness sake. Right, Diggersby's going to use Dig. I'm going to use Gmax Stun Shock. Does a bit of damage. And poisons it. Good. Cool. Bronzong's going to use Skill Swap, and it failed for some reason. Going to go for Gmax Stun Shock again. Persian uses Assurance, which does a bit of damage. Linoone uses Throat Chop, which really should do more. Oh, it's not very effective. Diggersby uses Dig. Yes, Gmax Stun Shock. Brings Persian down into the yellow. Poison takes its effect. Gonna use Gmax Stun Shock again. Oh. Alright, Throat Chop stops Persian from using sound-based moves. That's interesting. Diggersby's gonna set up Dig. Gmax Stun Shock. Yeah, brings Persian down into the red. I imagine that was a critical hit. It wasn't. Wow. Metal Sound is going to lower Persian's special defense. That must have been what it was that made Gmax Stun Shock do so much damage. Alright, I'm going to use Hyper Voice. Persian uses Max Darkness on Bronze. Oh, that's not good. That brings Bronzong down into the red and lowers everyone's special defense. Linoone sets up a substitute, brings itself down into the red for that. Diggersby uses Dig, and that's all she wrote. Of course, Persian of that variety, a Alolan Persian, needs to come from Alola, so don't catch it. Not going to waste a Pokeball on it. And William's going to take it. Alright. And we found some berries, that's good. Yeah, that brings everyone back into the green. Now let's go up against Xerneas. Here's hoping we can take it out. And here's hoping it's shiny. It's a very low chance, but you know, maybe? Right. Gonna use Hyper Voice. Actually, right, I'm gonna set up Thunder Wave. That seems like an actual good idea instead of just going out attacking. Assurance doesn't do much. Linoone's gonna set up a substitute for some reason. Xerneas uses Moonblast. That is Alolan Persian dead. Yeah, that's our first out of 4 allowed deaths. Gonna go for Thunder Wave. Bronzong used Skill Swap and it failed. Right, gonna go for Hyper Voice now. Linoone's gonna Taunt, which is good against the Xerneas, who likes healing itself. Hyper Voice does a tiny bit of damage. It can't use Ingrain. Cool. It avoids Metal Sound though. And William sends Persian back out. Now I can Gigantamax, and I'm gonna take the opportunity to use Gmax Stun Shock. Yeah. Gigantamax Toxtricity. Pretty cool. It's not a Drednaw, but it's cool nonetheless. Persian uses Assurance, which does a negligible amount of damage. Throat Chop does, again, a very small amount of damage. Gmax Stun Shock should hopefully do a bit more. Yeah, not as much as I was hoping, but oh well. And it can't move due to paralysis. Metal Sound is going to lower its special defense. Yeah, so I'm going to use Gmax Stun Shock again. Persian uses Snarl, which is going to lower its special attack. Linoone is also going to use Snarl, which is also going to lower its special attack. Right, Gmax Stun Shock. Of course, all these stat low. Wow. Okay, thank you, Metal Sound. Right, that was a crit. Fair enough. And yeah, that's gonna undo all the snarls. Xerneas uses Moonblast, does a bit of damage. Metal Sound, good. I'm glad that came after the stat nullifying. That's the word. Gonna go for Gmax Stun Shock. Persian uses Snarl. Oh, if Linoon uses Snarl. Oh, bloody hell. Oh well. Xerneas uses Horn Leech, and did a bit of damage. And then it uses Moonblast on Bronzong, which isn't going to do much. Why did you even try? But it lowers its special attack. Gmax Stun Shock. Yeah, that does a good amount of damage. And it might poison. Oh, it paralyzed it. So it seems to have a chance to poison and a chance to paralyze. Zen Headbutt brings it down into the red. And I'm going to use Hyper Voice. Persian uses Snarl. Xerneas isn't even attacking much. I'm not sure how much good lowering special attack so much is doing. Oh well. Right. Hyper Voice almost takes it out. It nullifies stat changes again. And it uses Max Starfall on... Yeah, it takes it out. Right, that is our second out of 4 allowed deaths, I think. I'm not sure. Yeah, I think that's second. Then it uses Moonblast on Substitute, which definitely fades. Right, Bronzong tries skill swapping with me, giving me Levitate. Xerneas isn't going to use a ground type move. Right, Hyper Voice. Linoon uses Throat Chop. Oh, it leaves it on a sliver of health. It's going to go for Moonblast, which is going to take out Linoon. Oh, come on. Come on, we have to be able to do this. That's our third out of 4 allowed deaths. Of course, it attacks again. Brings Bronzor down into red. I bloody hell. Right, finally. Right, we've taken it out. We're going to catch it in case it's shiny. If it is shiny, we've gotten insanely lucky. It's a 1 in 300 chance. It's a guaranteed capture. I don't know why it really does all 3 shakes. It's a guaranteed capture. Cool, caught. If it's shiny, we're going to take it. If it's not shiny, we're going to take Toxtricity. Xerneas is not shiny, unfortunately. Even though its colours have changed, but that's just because it's in its natural form. Right. So we're going to take Toxtricity. And we get 6 Dynite Ore. Toxtricity, the punk Pokemon. Amped form. When this Pokemon sounds as if it's strumming a guitar, it's actually clawing at the protrusions on its chest to generate electricity. It's been added to the party. Right. Now saving the adventure. Welcome back. Yes, keep a record of where we found it. Right. I'm going to put Toxtricity into the box with the rest of them. Oops. Boom. All of those Pokemon we found before we found Drednaw. Right, let's try this again. Xerneas. Save the adventure. Don't invite others. Right, gonna go for Nidoqueen. Janet is going to take Seadra. Sean is going to take Grovyle. And Martin is going to take Persian. Alright, we're looking for water and rock types as always. Grass, grass. There's a rock type at the very end. But I'm fairly sure that's a Lichen Rock. I'm fairly sure Drednaw just doesn't look like that, unfortunately. Right. Grass type. I think that grass type might be Flapple. The other grass type, I'm not sure. Serena, I think, is the other grass type. But this grass type is, I think Flapple? I did not have much time to analyse the silhouettes. Oh, it's Lilligant. Right, that's not eligible for a challenge. Oh well. Right, gonna go for Max Ooze. Yeah, Dynamax Nidoqueen. So now that we are fairly sure we can't find Drednaw here, we're going to focus on Galarian Pokemon. As in Pokemon from Galar, not as in regional forms. Persian's going to go for Snarl again. This is very familiar. Seadra's going to set up a substitute. Again, very familiar. Grovyle's going to use Screech. Which is going to lower Lilligant's defense. It's going to set up a light screen, which is going to protect it from special moves. That's unfortunate. Going to use Max Ooze, which does not anywhere near as much damage as it would have done if it was deployed before the light screen, but it's going to boost our special attack. I don't have any physical moves, so I'm just going to keep using Max Ooze. Grovyle goes for Brick Break, which breaks the light screen. Good. Lilligant's going to use Quiver Dance. Just going to boost its special attack, special defense, and speed. Go for Max Ooze. Yeah, that did not as much damage as I was hoping it would. Oh well. Alright, going to use Max Ooze. Lilligant sets light screen back up. That's unfortunate. Assurance brings it down into the red. Seadra uses Dragon Pulse. And Grovyle uses Brick Break, and that's probably all she... Yeah, that's all she wrote for Lilligant. Critical hit. Right, we're gonna throw a Pokeball. No, we're not. Don't catch. And Martin's going to take Lilligant. Right, the electric type is Manectric. The grass type is... it's not Shelmet. Shelmet isn't grass type. I don't know what that grass type is. It's small. Yeah, oh well, we're going to go for it. I'm fairly sure the electric type was Manectric. Blossom, right. Of course, not eligible for a challenge. Blossom needs to come from Kanto. But I am still going to use Venoshock. Why did Blossom use Helping Hand? On who? What? Seadra sets up Substitute. Grovyle uses Screech. Going to lower Blossom's defense. Lilligant's going to set up with Quiver Dance, which is going to boost its special attack, special defense, and speed. Venoshock does an alright amount of damage. Right. Gonna go for Venoshock again. Dragon Pulse does some damage. Screech is going to lower its defense. Venoshock is going to do some damage, almost bring it down into the yellow. Max Starfall does some damage. Right. Going to use Venoshock again. Seadra uses Round, which is going to bring Blossom down to yellow. Ooh. Ooh, hiccuped. Right, that wasn't good. Venoshock. Yay, I can Dynamax now, so I'm going to use Max Ooze. Yeah, of course, Blossom is from Johto, but it needs to come from Kanto anyway, because you can get a Gloom from Red, Blue and Yellow, transfer it up and evolve it into a Blossom. Lilligant sets up with Quiver Dance. Seadra uses Scald. Groovar uses Brick Break, which brings Blossom down into the red. And if Max Ooze doesn't take it out, then we're doing something wrong. Yeah, cool. No need to catch it, because this is Galar. And Sean is going to take it. Rock type is Lycanroc. That dark type is Feeble. So we'll go for Feeble, I think. Do we already have a Feeble? I genuinely don't remember. The dark type seems to be more Pico though. We'll go for Feeble. I don't remember if we already have a Feeble. Yeah, Feeble. I'm gonna go for Venoshock. Actually, I should probably... Yeah, I'm going to go for Scorching Sands. Actually, Charm lowers the target's attack stat. Sure, we're going to use Charm. Blossom's going to use Helping Hand. Sorry, I'm not attacking this turn. Evil uses Max Flare on Lilligant. I was not expecting it to have Fire-type moves. Okay. Sets up Sun. That's not good. Seadra sets up a Substitute. Charm is going to lower its attack. Right, going to go for Scorching Sands. People uses Snarl, which almost takes out Seadra. Weird that it attacks through the Substitute in that case, but oh well. Dragon Pulse does a tiny bit of damage. Scorching Sands does equally a tiny bit of damage, but it burns it, which is good. Blossom sets up Grassy Terrain. And everyone heals a bit. Right, and Yeah, Lilligant's going to be sent back out. I'm going to use Scorching Sands again. Blossom uses Helping Hand. On me, when I'm attacking, that's good. Oh, Feeble nullifies stat changes and abilities. And uses Burning Jealousy. Right, Seadra uses Dragon Pulse, which does a bit of damage. Lilligant sets up Light Screen, that's good. And everyone heals a bit from Grassy Terrain. Yeah, I can Dynamax now, so I am going to do that, and I'm going to use Max Quake. Blossom uses Helping Hand on me, that's good. Feeble uses Max Flare on Blossom, which leaves it in the red. Luckily it doesn't take it out. Seadra uses Dragon Pulse, which again doesn't do much. Lilligant sets up Quiver Dance. Queen's going to go for Max Quake. Going to boost everyone's special defense. Of course, everyone heals from Grassy Terrain. Gonna go for Max Quake again. Sean's gonna power up Lilligant, which is unfortunate because Lilligant is probably gonna go for what? It goes for Pollen Puff this turn, which is gonna heal up Blossom. Beeble's gonna go for Snarl, which is a crit on Lilligant. And it's gonna lower everyone's special attack very slowly. Siege's gonna go for Dragon Pulse again. Max Quake. Everyone's special defense rises, and everyone gets damage back from Grassy Terrain. Goodness, this is a slow battle, man. I'm getting tired myself just playing it. Right. Blossom uses Helping Hand on Lilligant. Unfortunately, Lilligant's probably going to use Quiver Dance and not actually... Oh, never mind. Now it bloody uses an attack. Alright. I'm going to catch it with a Pokeball. Because of course Feeble does need to come from Galar. Yeah, caught. I'm good without it, but Sean is going to take it. Yeah, straight over to Xerneas. Right. Let's do this thing. Xerneas sets up Fairy Aura. Right. Venoshock. Xerneas uses Moonblast, which takes out Feeble in one hit. Oh dear. Seadra uses Scald. Elegant uses Pollen Puff, which is going to heal Seadra. Venoshock does a bit of damage. Now Sean can Dynamax. I'm going to use Venoshock again. Moonblast takes out Lilligant. Seadra uses Scald. I'm not very hopeful we're going to be able to get out of this, honestly. Venoshock does some damage. Feeble is going to be sent back out, and I bet Xerneas is just going to use Moonblast on it immediately. Venoshock. Oh no, Max Overgrowth, right. On Seadra. Which is going to take it out. Great. Seadra faints. Is that all of them? Yeah, that's all of them. Right, we're going to be kicked out. That's a shame. And we're going to take Feeble. Right, we didn't have a Feeble. Feeble, the fox Pokemon. It secretly marks potential targets with the scent. By following the scent, it stalks its targets and steals from them when they least expect it. Cool. And we're going to put Feeble into the box with all the other Pokemon we've caught that are eligible. Almost 3 rows worth. Right. Actually, let's check out Feeble quickly. Right. Thank you very much for tuning in today. I hope next time we'll be able to catch Drednaw. I'm going to pause the timer. Last time we were... this episode we did some Dynamax Adventures with Vopa finding Drednaw. Unfortunately, we did not find Drednaw, and next episode, hopefully, we will while we do Dynamax Adventures. I hope to see you then. Ciao.